Welcome back. Here we are going to learn that how to write a program in Python. What is the standard structure that we follow to write a program? So here we come with Python program structure. So basically in Python, structure mainly has three sections. Here the Python program structure mainly has three sections. The first is documentation section, also known as comment section. The second is subfunctions definition, and the third is main program code. So let us begin with the comment section, also known as documentation. Documentation is nothing more than a note making for better understanding of a program code. It is a note for self. It is a note for the other person who will be reading a program. It is also termed as comment, and it is not a part of the solution. We simply write it for our own understanding. It is not a part of a solution. So we need to hide the documentation from the Python interpreter. And to do so, we simply place hash symbol just before the comment, just before the line of statement that we are writing it as a documentation. We can add comment to any line of code, mostly done for complex logic, to make the program more readable and for better understanding to other programmers also, as mostly we work in groups. So to make the other programmer also understand about the logic that we have implemented, it is important to add the comment section, right? Now the next is function definition. We'll be doing the detailed study of function definition in the later modules. For now, we can simply say that to achieve the modularity in our program, we need to write functions, and if the functions are used in a program, we are writing the functions in a program, this will be the section where it will be placed. And now comes the most important part, that is the main program code, also known as primary code, primary function, the master function, or the controller function. This is the line, this is the function from where the execution of the program begins. You might have written multiple lines of code in your program. Now from where to start, which is the starting point? So this main program code is the line from where the execution of the program begins, right? Unlike other programming languages, we do not give any name to it. Here the most important part is indentation that defines a block of code. Main program code is at 0 indent level. So the Python interpreter begins the execution of program from the line of code that is written at 0 indent level, right? Let us understand this with an example. Now here is the sample program following the Python program structure. In the very first line, I have simply written this is a sample program preceded by a hashtag sign. It simply means this is a documentation that I have done for my own understanding, that whatever the codes written in further lines are a example of a sample program, right? So this line that is written just here started with a hashtag symbol. This line is not a part of a solution of your program. So this line will be hidden from the interpreter and interpreter won't interpret it, right? Now in the next line I have written definition of function, again preceded by a hashtag symbol, means this is also a comment, this is also a documentation. It is for the understanding purpose that after this the function starts. It is for our own understanding, right? Python interpreter does not understand anything with this. It simply omits this execution because it is written in comment. How Python will know that this is the beginning of a function? Python will understand it by this keyword def. The moment def keyword is encountered via Python interpreter, it will understand that now here the function definition begins. And the name of the function over here is my function. And here the colon states that from here, whatever the lines will be written after this in a particular indent level, all those lines will belong to my function. Means all those lines of code will be belonging to this my function, right? So here only single line of code is written, print statement is given, and a message is printed, my first function, right? So how to make use of function, we will be studying more in depth in other module. And now the main program begins. Again, I have inserted a comment, main program begins, for my own understanding, to make you understand that this is the line from where the main program is started. Now see, these lines are at zero indent level, no space is there. Means this is the first line from where the execution will begin. Python will start the execution with this line. And simply a variable is being declared and initialized by the value 10. Second line, a variable is being declared and initialized by the value 20. So val1 will be pointing to a memory location having the value 10. Val2 will be pointing to a memory location having a value 20. Sum equals to val1 plus val2 means 10 plus 20 gets stored in the variable named sum. So sum will be pointing to a location in memory where the value will be stored, that is 30. And the made use of print function, simply sum equals to sum, means a message sum equals to, and the value of the sum variable, that is 30, will be printed on the screen. And then here comes the function call. Here the function will be called my function, the control will get transferred to this function, and whatever the line of code written inside this block will get executed. That is, the print statement will be executed and it will simply print my first function on the output screen, right? So this is how the Python program structure works. Now don't get confused that what is the function here and what is the calling here. It is just to make you understand the structure. Of course, we will be discussing the detail of the function, that how the functions are being made, what is the role of the function, what are the technical things behind the function, in the module named function. We will be discussing it in the later sections, right? So this is the end of this video. In the next video, we'll be learning about some programming examples based on either of the logics or on some formula based. Till then, take care. Goodbye.